All right, y'all, here we go, man. So it's Wednesday morning, and we hope the damn weather holds, man. That's all I can say. We're going to pick up Zach, and we're getting a little bit of an early start today, a little bit earlier, 25-30 minutes earlier. We got a monthly that we got to cut today. There's just a lot, man. I'm so far behind that I can't even get too worried about what I'm missing, after today. I'm just, we got a list that's, that's far and deep, man. Drew's gonna be in the other truck. So today, I got the Ferris with me, and we're gonna go on and get the Ferris out here working, so I can make sure that everything's okay on it before I put it on that crazy cut this, later in the week, tomorrow or Friday. Everything is stipulated on what we get done today, y'all, So I had a couple guys come in the comments and ask me, so how many yards do y'all do a day with the three of us, with me, Drew, and Zach? Well, that varies, man. I don't get too wrapped up in how many yards, because one of my yards could be $300. So instead of me talking about how many yards I do, which is really irrelevant, I mean, to be honest, because a yard can be 3 acres and a yard can be 2,500 square feet. So, I look at how much money we're making. So on average, now I'm not, it's a little bit skewed, about $900 a day. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. Yeah. But when I say a day, I'm talking about, from maybe like 8 in the morning, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning to 2:30, 3 o'clock. So that's, and that's riding time and everything. So how many we do, I don't know, man. I mean, we could do 2 and be at $1,200. So, I mean, if I tell you 3 guys, we do 2 yards, well, most guys, will say, damn, Ray, y'all ain't doing nothing, You can't get too wrapped up in that. You got to get wrapped up in how much money you're earning and what it's costing you to get that money. So, we have done up to, 22 yards in a day, give or take. But the money would be the same as a day where we're doing 10 yards or 8 yards or 12 yards or whatever. So you can't get really wrapped up into all that, man. At least I don't. It's not important, man. It's just not. So the only important thing is how much bread you're earning, man. To me, that's just my take on that. So, man, y'all, this ought to be freaking illegal, man. I can't believe this cut is so bad, dude. I mean, it's like, dude, it's like really bad, man. I mean, these mowers are having a hard time on a 3.5. So it's ugly, man. I mean, this is probably the worst cut I've done this year. It ain't, it's if it's dry, then we're good. Well, we're better. You get stuck out here too, man. I mean, this shit right here, dude, is terrible, man. It's bad, y'all. Just got me. See, this is what happens when you get on a job and you're trying to be nice to a little old lady that's been your customer for a while, and you know, and then you fall into some crap like this. This cut right here is only paying 200 bucks. So I got 3 mowers over here, right? And the 3 mowers are getting taxed big time. And it's probably gonna take us an hour and 10 minutes or so. And that ain't no detail or nothing, man. The mowers are having a really hard time cutting it. Now, it ain't all her fault, but it is her fault too, because she don't, you know, she don't want to, she wanted to go, because her husband died. She wanted to go, and she moved in with her daughter. She don't want me to cut it every 2 weeks like I've been cutting it last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. So, she called me, talking about she ain't got no money and all that, and then she pulls up in a freaking Escalade, you know. So we're gonna have to go up on it. This needs to be about $250 a month, man. Another $50 or $60 for me to come and cut. I'm not gonna even want to cut it anymore on the monthly. So she was paying me $140 to cut it every 2 weeks. We're going to go back to that. We got to go back to that. I mean, this is, I mean, I'm gonna show y'all. This is crazy. I don't know how the lighting is and everything, but this is crazy. Let me, let me turn it off and turn it back on so I can get y'all in the right orientation. Y'all see that damn Ferris? I got the Ferris out here. I gotta tweak the thing, but look how tall this grass is. Y'all see that driveway right there? Crazy, dude. Crazy, man. This is crazy tall grass and wet. So yeah, I guess that's gonna weed eat. Look at this driveway, y'all. It is ugly, man. Ugly and wet. This property is all of this, right? Somebody else. All right, so we're over here on these two. Y'all know which ones they are. That's the one on 54, and both of these right here. That over there on that side, and then all of this, and then the house back there. Not a big deal. Easy properties, easy cheesy. Yeah. All right, guys. So that's a wrap on the day. We got everything on the list done, which is, you know, which is really saying something, considering we dodged a little bit of rain here at the very end. But since I decided that I was just gonna not go do about 4 or 5 of the weeklies that I have up in Noonan. See, that's the first thing that I drop when it gets backed up like this. There was no way that we were going to be able to do all the properties this week. Just no way. This week's the heavy week, and it's rained, you know, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then Tuesday night, and even all the way into this morning. So sometimes you just got to cut your losses, you know. I knew that we would be able to do a lot of properties, you know, as long as our density was right, and we needed to. I wanted to do the most lucrative properties we got with the minimal labor and the minimal time it takes to get there. You know, even though we're making money on the other properties, we made a lot more today simply because of the density. And I can't stress how important the density is, and I am learning how hardcore the density really is, and really, you know, it's important, man, to make the most money. So everybody did good today. We are actually, you know, back on schedule pretty much. We're still a little behind, but the fact that I didn't drop them, I just skipped them this week because they're weeklies, and it's been raining really hard, and we just had to move them to next week. So it's not really going to affect everything. And there's a couple on the list that we didn't do today that are not weeklies, that are bi-weekly, and they got pushed to next week. So next week's going to be a little bit different of a week than normal, and because I had to push all those yards. So by the fact that I pushed them the next week, that's going to put some of this week on the next week for the remainder of the season, unless something else, you know, we get a lot more rain or something else, you know. Now, that can be a bad thing or a good thing. A good thing, because like today, if we could do this route right here, just like we did today, if I could do this route every other Monday, boy, that's gold. Because and I would get faster at it. You know, we're doing the routes, you know, just as we can, you know. So, you know, when we talk about how many lawns we do and all that, I don't really know exactly how many we do, but I do know how much money we're making. And you know, one guy asked me in the comments, I had a couple of guys ask me about it. One guy asked me in the comments, how many lawns do we do a week with us three? Probably around 75 or so, something like that. Yeah, probably not even 75. Probably more like 65 or so. Well, damn, Ray, that ain't no grass, man. Hell, we do that much in 2 days. Yeah, but the money is really good, you know, for the, you know, for the amount of time that I'm doing, you know. The money, I'm not looking at I don't do any $35 yards. I don't do $25 yards. All my yards are, you know, big properties. Not all of them, but most of them are big properties. But I don't have any $35 yards, no $40 yards. All my yards, I got 140. All my yards are 50, 60, and the majority of them are in the $70 range. And then I got some that's 100. Like today, we did 1, 2, 3, 4. We did 5 properties that were $100 or more. So if you look at it like, well, man, you only did 5 properties, you know, then, you know, you're not doing enough work. But 3 of those properties was 120, and 2 of those properties was 100. And then we did like 7 more. We did about 13 or 14 today. How many we do today? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did 13. Yeah, we did 13 today. So we did 13 properties today. And to some, that's not very impressive. But when you look at the amount of money that we earned versus what it cost us to get that money, it's pretty impressive, if you ask me. You know, I don't know. I'm not one of those guys that's, you know, making $5,000 a day like some of these YouTube guys make. I feel like, you know, if we can do $1,000 a day, then that's great. That's what that's what I think. Cutting grass. Now, as long as it don't cost me $400 to do that, you know, gas is becoming a big deal. Gas is becoming something that I'm starting to struggle with a little bit on my expense sheet, because I'm putting a lot of fuel in, and though we're earning good, I'm not used to having to stop and get gas every damn, you know, every 2 days in the truck. But today we were very efficient. Today our density was like right up on top of each other, and that was the goal after I decided to drop those ones in Noonan. Get the density right. Let's go on out here and get all these properties done that are big and lucrative, and then I think we'll like where we're at, and I like where we're at. Even though I haven't went inside and you know, looked at the remainder of the week and this and that, but I do know that tomorrow morning we're going to be over there at that new cut, and I've been planning the whole week, you know, to do that. That's why I did a couple on Monday by myself, a couple on Tuesday by myself, and then if I hadn't done that on Monday and Tuesday, then we could have never got all this done today, because the ones that I did on Monday and the ones I did on Tuesday by myself, they were critical. You got to get those. You got to get those in. You know, we'd be spending our time today doing that, and we would have never got to this list. We would have probably done maybe half of this list. And then that's going to screw us up tomorrow. See, I want to have a lot of time to go over to do that big new property over there that we're going to be doing. Of course, I'm going to be doing the other 2 that we always do, and I'm going to take the drone and everything tomorrow. So we're going to see if I make money over there or not. And I'm going to roll the dice, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm hoping that that we can, you know, make money at it. I don't know. But they're not going to get it as cheap as the other customers. They're not going to get it as cheap as the other 2 over there, because I'm not going to do them as cheap. I'm doing them too cheap. And like I said, the one lady went up, you know, $15, and then the other lady, well, they pay more. So those properties over there, I need to be at $180 to $200 each on the regular. Now, the first time I do that property, that new one we're going to be doing tomorrow with the pretty basketball court and all that, then I'm not going to be, I'm going to damn be wanting to charge. And I'm going to need to get a check tomorrow. I ain't going to be wanting to wait on my money and all that. See, I got a feeling that they're going to be some problems. I just got a feeling. But, of course, they telling me, oh, we ain't like that. We always pay and blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't expect folks to tell me they ain't going to pay me. What the hell? So, but I'm going to take a chance. And for the business, and if that property can become, you know, they pay me easy and pay me lucrative, then they got a solid lawn care guy. which is something I have not seen over there in the 5 years I've been over there in that general neighborhood. So those folks ain't never paid nobody to cut that grass, man. And you can tell. You can certainly tell. So we're gonna see how important the yard is to them, because I'm coming loaded for bear tomorrow. I'm gonna bring the both the X marks, and y'all know the cat diesel Ferris, and we're gonna damn do it. We're gonna get to it, man. That Ferris cuts really good, as long as the grass ain't too wet. Of course, no more cut the grass really that great when they're wet, man. The X marks don't, you know. But I saw some of the comments about Drew's mower and about, you know, maybe swapping the 12 tires out. I'm probably going to end up doing that. I don't feel like doing it today, and I don't feel like, you know, fooling with it between now and tomorrow. I'll get those guys to do it. I'll get the guys that work for me to do it. We'll do it on the job, and then we'll try it out on the job. They need to learn how to do all that kind of thing anyway. You know, I don't like changing tires or nothing. That's why I bought the wheels. But I'm not opposed to buying, if it does prove to be the wheels, and I think that's part of it. I really do. I also think there's some things going on under the deck there too. But I really do think that the wheels are part of the problem. And I would, like I was telling y'all, and I'll show y'all, I cannot adjust the back of the deck any lower on Drew's X-Mark. And that's, so basically I got the rear of the deck as low as it'll go, adjustment wise, and the front of the deck as high as it'll go, adjustment wise. So, and it's still, the pitch is too much. You know, when I look at all these other mowers I got and all other mowers I had, the pitch is nothing like that. You know, so I'm not opposed to buying another set of 12 tires. I mean, I'm not. Don't be surprised if I don't just buy another set of 12 tires and then put those 12s that are on Drew's mower back on the Skag, because that's where they came off of anyway. And then all my mowers will be, you know, air free tires, right? You know, I'm not even going to take the Skag tomorrow. I hope I don't regret it, but I'm not going to take the Skag tomorrow. We're gonna run the Ferris tomorrow, and I don't mind running the Ferris. It's an easy riding machine. So I got a new neighbor across the street, and y'all ain't gonna believe it, but he's a popo. I'm good with that though, man. I really am. You know, I don't mind the popo live across the street from me. I don't do nothing wrong. You know, I love it that he got his patrol car parked out there in the driveway. I love that shit, man. They keep all these damn hoodlums out from around Ray Ray's. You know. Well, he's a good dude though, man. You know, I'm not one of these type guys that's a police hater or nothing, man. You know, I believe they, for the most part, they're good men and women, and they have a pretty freaking hard job, you know. But this guy's a good dude, man. But anyway, so tomorrow morning we're gonna go and do. That's where we're going first thing in the morning. And what I really need to do, and I'm still thinking on it. What I really need to do is I really need to do that route like I've been doing that route, where I go do those 3 and leave them 2 there, and then we'll just take a lunch. That's really that would be the smart thing to do. Because then what happens then, if I can do that and get that big, and see, I'm incorporating that other big one, and yeah, I'm going to incorporate that other big one, and I'm thinking that we might be able to, if I can do those 3 I lost my train of thought. If I can do those 3, right, and yeah, if I can do those 3 that I've been doing on that job, right, then, and we can get that other big cut in, then we won't have to do anything else tomorrow, just that. And that may be what I do, y'all. That's just the smartest way to do it, man. And then, even though the lady complained, and then Friday, I can fall back in line and maybe go do the properties that I didn't do today, those weeklies. I might be able to go get them in on Friday, y'all. But see, if I can't do those other 3 that's on the route tomorrow with those 2 big ones and the new big one, if I can't do those other 3 that I do on that day, and I have to do those on Friday, then I'm too far north to make sense to go to, to South Noonan from North Fayette. And those big ones and the new one that I'm taking on, that one, they are in Fayette County. So I'm not far at all. And, maybe one of these days I'll show y'all a map of how I figure it all out. But it's just really just common sense, man. So I'm not going to want to go to Fayetteville on Friday again and then be able to do the ones in Noonan. You see what I'm saying? So I can definitely earn more money if I do it like I just said. What would be ideal is for me to be able to send Drew to do those 3. That would be Mac Daddy and then. Because see, but I'm afraid it'd take Drew a little bit too long. And I don't know that because he ain't done them by himself before. And I done stumped my damn toe last night, and I don't know if I'm gonna be. I mean, my shit's burning right now. It's hurting bad. It ain't broke, but that sucker's got my whole freaking foot sore, man. It's swole up too. So I don't know that I'm gonna be up for all that. Now me and Zach can go do those 3. And then let Drew just start cutting like he always does. That's one avenue we can take. Yeah, there's just so many ways to do this, y'all, that, yeah. But those people are not going to have me over there with 3 mowers over there at their property for a long period of time and me not charge the shit out of them. I'm just afraid that they're going to have some issues with paying me. Well, why do you think that, Ray? I don't know, man. I really don't have anything to base it on, but my experience in dealing with customers. And there's a certain type person that that's just difficult. And if they've had 2 landscapers over there and never one of them finished it, then they're gonna fall under difficult without me even meeting them. Because if you're a landscaper out here, lawn care guy like me, you want that kind of work. You want it. The only reason why you don't want it is why? You don't pay enough, or it's hard to get your money. Otherwise, you want it. You want properties like that as long as you got the equipment. And I got the equipment. Yeah. All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is, man. It's 3:30 and it's semi time Wednesday. Peace out.